Hello and welcome to my video blog for April tax deadline weekend. Woo! File those taxes, people. Now, when Gladys Knight sang, she had the Pips who did the background to her lead vocals. They were back there doing the woo woo and dancing. When it comes to the race for the Republican nomination, well, Mitt Romney, who's in the front, has Ron Paul and Newt Gingrich in the background as the only other person who was capable of possibly singing lead had to exit the race on Tuesday. Who am I talking about? Rick Santorum. Well, unfortunately, he had to quietly exit due to some very pressing and important family issue matters regarding his daughter's health, and we all wish him well. But meanwhile, this leaves everybody to speculate. If Mitt's clearly now seeming to pick up that nomination, what about Ron Paul? Is he ever going to quit? What about Newt Gingrich? Is he ever going to exit? Well, in terms of Ron Paul, it looks like the only time he's going to leave is when it's time for him to maybe declare that he's an independent. As for Newt Gingrich, well, not by the hair of his chinny chin chin is he going to leave that election or leave that race or give up anything. And that it looks like he's still looking for some children's classic to cling on to and move on to the next chapter. But I think we're kind of running out of fairy tales. I don't know, Newt. I don't know. Now, if you're like me, you love to read a good book. You also like to watch TV. And I love it when television and politics just seem to cross over. You know, like this past Tuesday when the First Lady was on The Biggest Loser working out, doing squats and lunges. Yeah, she was really doing it. And I also like the fact that last week there was this whole big to-do. Yes, as NBC and ABC did their best to get us to watch TV as they pulled in Sarah Palin on the Today Show, and ABC's Good Morning America pulled in Katie Couric. Oh yeah, for that battle of the news personalities to get us to watch television. Oh yeah. Now, here's the deal, people. It's not a smackdown until you put it in the ring. And then you wear some disco pants and blow out your hair. If you really want people to watch, throw in some mud. Haven't these executives learned anything from reality television? That's how you get the ratings. Now, speaking of reality television, jury selection has begun for Senator John Edwards. Now, he's being charged for using some campaign contributions to fund his mistress and keep that whole affair a secret. So, my advice in this whole proceeding is to save the taxpayer some money, because it's all about watching that budget and our deficit and bringing it down. So let's not waste money with this whole big court proceeding. I believe that the whole situation should be handled by Judge Judy. Yes, send it to Judge Judy. She can have the whole thing wrapped up in 15 minutes, including commercials. Judge Judy, the only person who can get away with calling someone a fool, a moron, an idiot on national television, and she gets paid for doing it. That's a really good job. Now, speaking of jobs, there was a whole big to-do this week as Romney took issue with some comments made by Hillary Rosen. Now, Hillary Rosen is a commentator on CNN, and she basically came out and said that, you know, hey, Ann Romney, she never worked a day in her life. She's an at-home housewife. She didn't do anything. I mean, you know, she didn't really have a real job. Oh, no, she didn't. Yes, she did. And Ann Romney, she did not like that. So she came back fighting and came back swinging, saying that, listen, I raised 5 boys. Tell me it's not work trying to keep that seat down with 5 boys. 5 boys. Hard work. Don't begrudge me because I married well, trying to manage houses, trying to manage housekeepers and cooks. and all kinds of people in the home, as well as the kids, as well as her husband, and trying to keep up with the schedule, managing parties and all kinds of things. That's a job. That's a job. That's work. Yeah. How dare you begrudge her for marrying well? It's not her fault. Now, Hillary Rosen then had to come back from CNN, and she had to re-clarify. Look, it's not about her being an at-home housewife and that, yes, all moms work hard. Her whole point was that some women don't have the choice to be at-home housewives or house moms or whatever you want to call it. Some women, some moms have to work. They have to go out and find an actual job to pay the bills. That was her whole point. Now, is this a Republican versus Democrat issue? No, it's not. It's more of a Beverly Hills Housewife Season 1 Camille Grammer versus old school Roseanne Barr, domestic goddess from the Roseanne show. Yes, it is. The 1% versus the 99%. That's what it is. Now, what mom is the best, it really doesn't matter because both moms did a fabulous job. And you know something? Everybody always turns out okay. So it's all good. I'll see you next time.